anytime in an open tournament, it's always a little bit of a mixed bag of things. Some really good things. Carter Isley, real good things. Man, he's so big and strong. He hasn't figured it out yet how really good he is. And when you start seeing the guy kind of scratch the surface of that, it's exciting as a coach because, man, he's really, really good. Got to see a little bit of that this weekend. A guy that he spent a lot of time with, Sheedenhelm. I tell you what, that guy made up his mind. In the third period of the match against, the Iowa State kid who's, a big-time recruit coming out, he's down 7-3, and he just gotten the heck ridden out of him. He got turned for 4, and he went down, and I know I'm shaking my head. But he got out right away, took him down, cut him, took him down again, put him to his back, and pinned him. And he just said he made up his mind, and sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes it just takes, you got to make up your mind. And you're not okay with where things are at, and that you're not going to kind of put a guy up on a pedestal a little bit. And I tell you what, when guys figure out how good they are and you see something like that happen, that's exciting as a coach. A guy like Schwarm was able to beat a guy that was around at 12 last year, a kid from Northern Illinois who's Hudgens, who's a really good competitor, and was able to do it kind of in a way that Schwarm does it. It's 2-2 going in the third period. He's got riding time, and he's his choice, and he picks top. Perfect. I love that a guy has that kind of, I guess, belief in a position. We need to have more guys that kind of have that kind of swagger about them if they're on their feet or they're on bottom or they're on top or whatever it is, that they can do that to anybody. And he believes he can do it to anybody, and I tell you what, I know he can too. And, that's something that's exciting to see, kind of how a guy kind of walks out there and believes he's the guy, and he goes out and competes that way. And I know I'm talking about kind of the guys that won the tournament. There's a lot of other guys, obviously, that there's a lot of good things. I mean, it's good. They said good and bad, but we had to have a starting point, and this tournament was a starting point for us. It was a little bit different tournament than it had been. Usually kind of getting 5 or 6 matches in because it's a really big tournament. This one was more, guys were getting maybe 3 or 4, which is okay. It's a good way for us to start. Lujan was able to win the tournament and got better as the day went. And Schoenfelter, Skidlarczyk, Lara, they all won the fresh soft division. Skidlarczyk, very good competitor. They had the mats out there, and then between a couple of mats, they had him a gap, and so his knee hit on the cement, and he had to take his injury time. And he gutted it out and was still able to win the match, still able to win the match pretty handily, but just kind of the toughness that I'm seeing out of him, the composure that I see out of him. And, I get some people like, this kid's from Texas, he can wrestle. He can wrestle. So I was excited to see what he was able to do, Lara and Schoenfelter. I know I mentioned those names, and it's certainly a team effort, but like I said, saw a lot of good things when we'll look to just continue to build on it. So